Hey, everybody. I'm John David Lenard.
And I'm Danielle Lenard. Welcome to Lenard Team Connections.
Today, we're excited to be joined by Christa Zaros, Donna Mauceri, and Catherine Berntsen, from Hauppauge Public Library.
With each week that passes, we are noticing more and more positive connections in our communities.
First, some Long Island good news. This is one that's more of an announcement, but we thought you should know that if you visit Duck Donuts in Hauppauge, a friend of Smithtown Children's Foundation, this Thursday, you're going to get a free sprinkled donut to celebrate National Sprinkle Day. So go ahead and spread the word. If I can get this, I wonder if that counts. Like if I can get the bacon donut with the sprinkle donut. It's a reoccurring theme.
I don't know if I
bacon
like
on the donuts. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that bacon maple donut is really good.
Just throw some sprinkles on it.
That's really funny. So hospital workers from Mount Sinai South Nassau are sharing their experiences of the COVID pandemic in a new video series titled Behind the Mask. About a dozen healthcare worker heroes shared their stories, and we will be sure to share their link of their mini documentary on our show notes. I just think that's so cool because especially with the masks now, it's even more hidden what people are doing and accomplishing. So I can't wait to watch this video.
Yeah. And I just got to say, I mean, as far as being behind a mask, I never really appreciated what like a surgeon or somebody in the hospital wearing a mask 6, 7, 8 hours a day, what that's like. Going into the store for 45 minutes is enough to make you want to like never have to wear one again. But man, my hat's off to the workers out there that make it a part of their duty and part of their life to
sometimes wearing double masks.
Yeah, a lot, all the time.
Yeah.
So kudos to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing that documentary.
Me too.
Residents of North Woodmere might soon recognize a familiar face on their television screens this fall. Joe Park, age 36, is a Hewlett High School alumni who currently works as an anesthesiologist. He is one of the 42 men participating as a contestant on the ABC shows The Bachelorette. Hewlett High. I wonder if, I have a friend. I wonder if they know who this is.
I think he might be a little older because she's an elementary school teacher.
Yeah, maybe she had him as a teacher.
Maybe she had a sibling. If there is one, I don't know.
All right.
But for all the Bachelorette fans out there, we got a Long Islander.
I know some of you out there.
Not me, but we know people. One 6-year-old boy is gaining attention of some of the biggest stars in Hollywood after saving his younger sister during a dog attack.
I saw this.
I know, me too. It was crazy. After the attack, Bridger Walker required, I didn't realize it was a 2-hour surgery and 90 stitches to his face. Among the stars reaching out to him is Chris Evans, aka Captain America, who chatted with Bridger and plans to send him an authentic Captain America shield.
When he jumped in front of it to shield his 4-year-old sister, you can see what happened there. Bridger, also a big Avengers fan, and when his aunt shared his story on Instagram, Captain America himself, Chris Evans, took notice, promising a special reward.
Pal, you're a hero. What you did was so brave, so selfless. Your sister is so lucky to have you as a big brother. Your parents must be so proud of you. I'm going to track down your address, and I'm going to send you an authentic Captain America shield because, pal, you deserve it. Keep being the man you are. We need people like you. Hang in there. I know recovery might be tough, but based on what I've seen, I don't think there's much that can slow you down.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, tell me about it.
He really is. He's a great guy. And, we should add that when he was asked why he jumped in front of his sister to protect her, he is said to have said, if someone had to die, I thought it should be me.
Oh my God. And you saw in that video how Chris Evans, you could see him choking back the tears.
The picture of him with the scars, with his sister beaming next to him. This is as he said, she's a lucky little sister, and they're lucky siblings to have each other.
Oh man. All right. Well, if you have any good news stories from around the island, share in the comments below. Reach out, let us know. We'd love to feature anything that you've got in an upcoming episode because look, this show is by us, but it's about you. It's for you. So share away. We'd love to have you participating in the show along with us. So
absolutely. That brings us to our guests. We have 3 guests today from the Hauppauge Public Library: Christa Zaros, a Berntsen Seminars Manager, Donna Mauceri, Head of Children's Curriculum, and Catherine Berntsen, Head of Teens Curriculum.
Nailed it.
Yeah. The Hauppauge Public Library is extremely active in the community, and we're so excited to have the 3 of you here today.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We love your social distancing.
Yes.
We have masks just in case.
So thanks for being with us today. And again, if you seem a little bit distant to the audience, it's so that you didn't have to wear masks and we could see your faces. All right. So if you don't mind, I'd love to just jump in and start asking questions. Can you each describe your role at the public library?
Sure, so I'll start. I'm Christa, so I'm the Events and Seminars Manager, and I coordinate the events for adults, such as music performances, arts and crafts, cooking demos, book discussions, health and wellness classes, technology classes, and anything else the community is interested in.
That's all?
There's more. I also manage the library's community news website, Buzz, which can be found on the Hauppauge Library website. And we feature local news in the community and maintain a calendar of community events. So that's a fun project.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'd love to dive into that a little bit more in a moment, but next, who's next is Donna?
Mauceri, and I am the head of children's curriculum. And I basically do this almost close to what Christa does, but for the children and from birth to about 6th grade, 5th grade. And we do any programs, any outreach, and I also, we do any programming that we can do for the kids. Right now it's all virtual. Soon we can start outreaching again and having people in the library. We miss everybody.
Okay, great.
And I'm Catherine. I work mainly with the teens, so middle school and high schoolers. Also coordinating the programs and volunteer opportunities are pretty big with that age group. I also coordinate the volunteering for anybody, including adults who want to volunteer at the library. And also I help to do the Museum Pass program that we offer, where patrons can come in and borrow a museum pass for free and go to a museum and return it.
Wow.
Very cool. So you, I guess, also help with when that lovely NHD time comes around.
Yes. That is a major thing in this community, for sure.
I wonder what's going to happen this year, but I guess we'll see like with everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, so NHD for anybody who, do you want to explain or do you want me to explain?
It's the National History Day project. So they usually get started in the summer doing some research. There's a theme, and then they do a project that culminates in, I believe, December. And it is a big deal, 7th grade through 12th grade.
Wow. Okay.
It's basically, the best way that I describe it is it's basically like a science fair project for social studies.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. And all right, so the library, congratulations, reopened yesterday, July 20th. What can visitors do when they come to the library during this current phase?
Right now, we are letting people come in, and we ask that people spend about an hour here, give or take. We have computers available, the copier, the fax. They can browse books. They can check things out. They can take a museum pass out. They can ask reference questions, any reader's advisory questions. So basically, they can do all those things inside. We're just asking that they don't, that we're not really like hanging out right now. We're not sitting around studying inside the building right now. But we still have curbside if anybody was nervous about coming in. We're still bringing things out to your car if you choose that option. So there's something for everybody, whatever your level of comfort is.
Okay.
That's very cool.
Are there any other special protocols that you're asking people to observe?
To wear a mask.
Uh-huh.
And to sanitize their hands when they come in. If they're using the computer, they're wiping down the computers. We're also wiping down everything. So there's sanitizer, there's wipes everywhere. So yeah, we're keeping up with the times and keeping everybody safe and helping everybody knows to keep themselves safe too.
That's good.
So, you guys quickly shifted to numerous online events and happenings. What is still taking place online and what virtual events are coming up?
So all of our events now are virtual. They can be found on our Facebook page, and we also have classes on Zoom. Coming up, actually, we have something outside. We have a paper shredding event on Saturday in the parking lot from 10 to 1.
A paper shredding event?
That's awesome.
Does it just feel like satisfying to like feed the paper into the shredder? What's that about?
You just pull up to the truck and hand them your bag.
I think they physically do it though.
Right,
Yes.
yeah.
Big machine.
The company will take care of
Yes.
that.
Well, probably people have like backed up stuff if they don't have a shredder at home. or whatever.
Right. That's interesting.
I think people
Like that there's like a distinct need for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really popular. People bring like 3 boxes. It's a great way to clean out your files at home.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Good to know.
so we have
Sometimes we go into someone's home and like part of their basement is just like piles of boxes from like the pre-digital time. So yeah, I could imagine. I could imagine it would be a popular event.
Yeah. I have a couple of things coming up for the teens that are interesting. Saturday, August 1st, we have a chill out stress relief class for teens. Bit of yoga, a little bit of coping mechanisms. And on Sunday, August 9th, we have Intro to Childcare. Over the summer and throughout the school year, actually, one of the most popular requests is I want to start babysitting, but I want to know how to do it the right way.
Wow.
So that's coming up on August 9th. That's usually a popular one.
So are these so these are on like Zoom?
Facebook.
It's a pre-recorded video that we're going to be posting to Facebook, and you can view it there.
Oh, very cool.
That'd be cool. It'd be cool like down the road if you could expand on that they get like some little certificate, that if you don't already, saying like that we are now we went through the Hauppauge Library program and now we're ready.
And now we're ready.
Now we're ready. It'd be cute.
Certified.
So how is the library continuing to support school-age children and their parents stay active learners this summer?
Good question.
Summer, we continue to have the summer reading club. It's Imagine Your Story, and this year the more you read, the better. But we're giving out local businesses gift certificates every week. So you put it in a raffle every week, and you can win a gift certificate to a local business. So we're really trying to keep kids from preventing that summer slide when they're not reading. So we want them to read as much as they can. And now it's nice that they can actually come in and choose their books, and we can help them choose their books. We're encouraging the summer reading, required reading that the school gives out. We're also continuing to do STEM classes and story times for the little ones. So we're trying to do all the programming that they would have missed if they were in a preschool program over the summer. But also summer reading really is like we're just trying to really encourage them to just keep reading.
And I also have a lot of volunteer opportunities that are virtual for the teens. The summer is a good time for the teens who are looking forward to filling some of their requirements for the next school year. So I've been getting a lot of requests. So we have quite a few things that they can do virtually. A lot of it has to do with putting goodness back into the world. So we have kindness rocks that you can paint, put out into the world for people who might need a hiking trail or a neighborhood walk. And they would just take a picture of it, email us, and then we would give them credit. We have some other things like adoption boards for shelter pets. That's a new one that just popped up. So sometimes it's helpful to have events for animals when they're getting adopted. It's not happening necessarily in person, So the shelter is allowing us to give them virtual photos of these promotional things. So the teens would go on, find a picture of a dog, find out their name, make a little bit of a, like, this is why you want this dog.
Oh.
So things like that we can just get creative and still offer opportunities for connection to the outside world and to, fulfill a requirement for the school for the upcoming school year.
Christa, you said, I heard in the beginning in your intro, you said, I suppose prior to all of this, you offered cooking classes. Is that something that you're going to continue to do virtually?
We do, yes. We have another one coming up August 3rd, I believe. Yes, we offer them at least twice a month, usually through Facebook Live.
And you can go back and look at them, right? The
Yeah.
next ones, the
Yeah.
ones that we've had already, you can look back at,
Okay.
saved on our Facebook.
That's a nice thing about the Facebook, Facebook Lives and stuff.
And
yeah.
who volunteers to do that? Are they local restaurants or just people in the community, or?
There are a bunch of chefs that work that teach in libraries, so we've been hiring them. But I do hope to eventually start to bring in some local chefs when we get back to in-person.
Well, we maybe have made some connections during our show.
We make some introductions if we need. That's great. So we'd love to share with you something really quick. We were actually talking about this just before the show, how over the summer, because part of the challenge, Danielle's last question was about keeping kids engaged and resources for their parents to make sure that the learning doesn't stop. And that's an enormously important mission of a library, in my opinion, over the summertime. And so our mother, who is a retired teacher, takes it to the extreme. She takes out the wallet, she takes out the pocketbook, and she's basically bribing our kids right now to read. But the caveat is they can't just read and collect. They have to write a there you are. They have to write a paragraph or two, summary of the book, so that she knows that they indeed read it. But they, as you can see,
it motivated them.
It works.
We were all working, and my sister-in-law Virginia had the kids at their house, and all of a sudden we get this group text with that picture, and my mom is just like, what? Like, she's just beaming. She'll just like shell it out because they're getting it done.
So as I said, that's a more extreme example. What kind of encouragement are you offering there at Hauppauge Library to bribe the kids, as it were, to?
So this year we had 4 different age groups. We have the preschool, school age, teen, and adult. And every group every week wins a gift certificate to a local business.
Adults too?
Adults too?
So sign up. You gotta get free. So I'm not
Game on.
You get a free day. So, and this is about 5 or 6 weeks, more weeks. So you definitely have time.
I'm in.
Yes, see?
Go to our website. It's easy to sign up.
Do you know, we had a question earlier regarding the shredder. Do you have to be a Hauppauge resident to get to use it?
No, you just pull up and unload your paper.
You got to show your library card. That'd be funny. No, you can.
What if during COVID you don't know where your Did they change the rules with library cards? How does that work now? Like, do you have to have your library card or use your license? How does it work?
In the library, but it depends on the individual libraries, but you can use your Suffolk library card in any Suffolk library. There might be certain restrictions on new items and things like that, but you can use your library card in any library in Suffolk.
Yeah.
I know my wife uses Livebrary.
Yes.
She loves that. That has been a huge resource for her.
That's increased over the quarantine too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So really quick, it's just basically being able to take a book out of a library virtually, and you have to download the app, and you can use it on your iPad, phone. I think she has a Nook. So that's a huge resource.
Yes. And it was great to be able to connect with people during the time when we were all, in our houses for the quarantine portion. it was a great way to still offer. People were like, I just want to read. And we said, you can still. It has always been there, but now it's coming to the forefront for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So books, audio, good.
Are you seeing more virtual book clubs popping up? More people just trying to get involved and read books over library and then discussing them over Zoom?
The virtual books definitely did go up during the quarantine. Yeah.
And it's a good thing about our summer reading club. A lot of times people, you read a good book and you want to tell the world about it. So there's a portion where you can review the book and then make it public to anybody to see. So that fills that need for I'm in my house and I just need to tell everybody about this great book.
All right.
Yeah, because that's a question you get on Facebook, especially during the summer or when vacations are coming. I just finished a book. What's something good?
Right.
So we have to ask what you guys have been reading. Are there any books you would recommend for adults? And then what about the children and the teens?
Well, for adults, I just read The Storied Life of A.J. Thickery by Gabrielle Zevin, which was a great book. And The Best Day Ever by Cairo Rodi was very good too. Ruda. So those are both one psychological fiction, The Best Day Ever, and Storied Life of A.J. Thickery, which is a nice story. It's just a very easy summer story.
Yeah, this is the time of year for easy summer stories. Read on it. Yeah.
And a couple new ones are Jack at Bat by Mac Barnett and Greg Pizzle. Friday Night Wrestle Fest by J.F. Fox. Follow Me Flow by Jarvis. And a couple for older kids are Song for a Whale is Lynn Kelly. And Anya and the Dragon by Sophia Pasternak. They get very good reviews.
Awesome.
Very cool.
I don't have the book because it is so popular that it's actually out. But Stamped, Racism, Anti-Racism, and You. It's the book by Jason Reynolds. So this is the teen version of an adult book about the history of racism. And it was really, really easily accessible to learn history and also ways that you can put things into action today. So I highly recommend this. I highly recommend anything by Jason Reynolds. He is a fabulous poet and fiction writer and now nonfiction. I read this is going to sound weird, but a fabulous book about disease.
Disease.
Get Well Soon, the history's worst plagues and the heroes who fought them. Absolutely fascinating. I listened to this on Overdrive, and it sounds weird to be like, you've got to read this book about disease, but it is. I learned so much, and I actually picked it up because I wanted to see if there's any kind of coping mechanisms with what we're dealing now.
Right.
Learn from history. So it is fascinating. It is actually, strangely enough, funny.
What was it?
I'm definitely intrigued.
When this is over, maybe you guys can keep going, but put these in the show notes. So we'll definitely have. Yeah,
these
that'd be
in the show
amazing.
Notes.
Okay, continue.
And I have one more, just because I'm not all about heavy stuff. This is a very fun book called City Spies by James Ponti. It's a teen book. It's like a ragtag team of kids who sort of were on the down and out and got put into a group for a former MI6 agent, and they kind of do spy work covertly. Well, spies are covert, but basically, it's just a fun kind of teen Bond kind of feel. Highly recommend that too.
Awesome.
Sounds super fun.
Yeah.
And actually, because of Catherine's recommendation, I am now listening to Stamped by Jason Reynolds. I had started reading Ibram Kendi's How to Be an Anti-Racist, but I found it very academic. So she told me about this, and I'm just loving it. Yeah, it's great.
So it's actually funny because I didn't plan on mentioning the book that I'm currently reading, so I don't have the author, but the title is Daughter of a Slave, and it just so happened that I picked it up before COVID. And it's actually super interesting. It's a young woman, and based on a true story, a young woman supposedly who was during the Civil War, her grandmother was a queen in Africa and got taken here. And it's super interesting. They think she's a boy. I'm still towards the beginning, but it's very engrossing, and I can't wait to see what happens next.
Awesome.
So,
are you reading anything?
I'm not reading anything right now.
What's on your Audible? Come on, you got something going on.
What's on my Audible?
What isn't on his Audible?
I have tons of things going on my Audible right now. The book by what's his name? Hold on. Oh, Can't Hurt Me.
I love that.
It's
David Goggins.
It's definitely profanity laced, but for adults, it's nonfiction. It's about a gentleman who grew up. It was difficult life for him as a child, but was able to persevere through abuse,
a lot,
poor health, and actually racism too. And then just through his experience in the military, went through Navy SEAL training twice, I think.
He went through multiple SEAL training. He did paratrooper.
Army Ranger.
He did a lot.
And then he started running. And then
ultramarathons.
And then went from running to doing ultra marathons, 100 miles or more through desert. And he's just an inspirational guy. If you're an entrepreneur, if you just want to learn how to basically dig deep and persevere, he's
a good one for if you're struggling right now. Because I read him at the beginning, and it really helped me at the beginning of lockdown, COVID and lockdown. He's really about mental toughness and getting through. So we highly recommend Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
Love recommendation.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us on Lenard Team Connections today. We're inspired by everything you do. You guys do so much. I'm so glad we were able to have you on today to really, get the word out for how much you really do.
And we hope to see you soon. You have to come sign up for the summer reading club.
I'm coming. I got my kid. Wait, now you can help my my kids win more money from my mom. Sorry, Mom.
So again, we're inspired by everything you guys are doing. If you're watching out there right now, either live or after the fact, if you missed anything, we'll include the links. We need to collect your book recommendations. We'll put those in the link as well. We'll put them in the show notes. Don't worry. And if you could, keep track of the post. If people come in and they have questions, general questions about the library, we'd love to help people find their way, any which way they get to the library. The important thing is that they get there and learn that all the resources that the library has to offer. So, we thank you for being with us today. We look forward to connecting with more people who are supporting our community. Stay healthy, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.